Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is William Michael Forbes, and I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul. And today we are going to be talking about the concept of being distracted. And we got this group of beings with us called the Ascended. And these beings are literally a collage of beings that are from many dimensions that are saying it's really important at this time that we stop being distracted, both as individuals and as a species. And it was really funny because when they came in last night, Norm and I were talking about consciousness and energy and how we are here to elevate ourselves up to a higher state as a species, this ascension process going on. And they came in and said, well, it's important you understand what this ascension process is as a being, not so much as a as a concept or an idea. Oh, excuse me, I just forgot my water glass over here. Excuse me. Grab my water glass. There we go. So understanding what it means to be undistracted. So if you're new here today, welcome. This program is, again, it's a transforming series where you have the opportunity to literally begin to alter and change your perception of who you think you are, so you are able to actually manifest the reality of who you are as a being, not as just a body or mind. This is so important. There's a distinction between you as a body, you as a mind, and who you are as an energy, as a being. And we're going to get into some of that a little. If you want to support the work we do on this channel, please remember to use the super chat here. That way I get a chance to see you guys here with future questions. Also, you can support this work through my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. These are all live shows. These are not pre-recorded. They told us never do pre-recorded shows unless it was for other things that aren't related to the learning process. They said all of these shows had to be live so that you get the energy that's happening in the moment. Even in the recordings, because this is done live as it's being done, you'll get the vibration of what's actually happening. So good morning, everybody. So today is about being undistracted. They gave us a little meditation process. It was really simple, and we'll walk you through that a little bit today about what it is to be what it means to be undistracted. And the benefits to being undistracted. They said that being undistracted means that nothing of your five physical senses detracts. Hang on, they want this to become through really clear today. Hang on. Wow, they're going to really come through clear today because this clearing is intense. Pardon me. So they said being undistracted means you are not encaptured by the five physical senses in which you find yourself residing in that physical form. It is also not being distracted by the information that form contains within it from your past. And when we say your past, we refer to all of the past of this physical dimension. All of your past of this physical dimension resides in each and every one of you, and it can distract you from being what you are right now, and thereby prevent you from articulating the manifestation of what you are in this manifestation of time and space now. So being undistracted, we're going to walk everybody through a really short 2-minute process to experience being undistracted. And what we got to have happened last night is they actually had us become very aware of the sounds around us, the smells around us, the sensations that our bodies were feeling, and to take our attention away from those as we became aware of them, to remove our attention from them, to just go back what they called being in this place just above the head, the place of your being, of the energy. They said when you can go into this place and be undistracted, the nature of what you are begins to reorganize matter. Currently, who you are is being organized and confined by matter and your beliefs about matter, your beliefs about life. You are an immortal intelligence entrapped in a finite expression, unaware that you are not the finite expression. So becoming undistracted means you are able to step back from your attachment of being the form and directed by the form, or being the thoughts or the memories and directed and controlled by the thoughts or the memories. You move into the state of being. They're saying this transition of from matter to energy, this transition in your consciousness, this ascension of going from matter to energy. From this perspective, you begin to organize the affairs in this world very differently than you do from your memory and from your form, which are limited greatly in their capabilities for creating change or anything new. They're saying it's very important that you become aware that you are the energy. And again, they have me motioning up here. And literally, it's like as you start to become aware of the space up there above your head, they're saying that is where you can begin to sense or become reacquainted with the energy of your being, rather than the thinking or remembering of your being, or the attachment to what the senses define you as being. For you are here to define it. You are here to define the form. You are here to define this world by what you are being. But you cannot know what you are being until you are aware that you are being it. It's funny because I'm just asking right now, but that seems kind of paradoxical to me, And they're saying, no, it's not paradoxical when you start to realize that you are the being, the energy, that you have to start to become aware of being and not distracted by the other things. And it's really very simple. We'll get into that. But we're going to take a few questions. It'll be like a 2-minute little event. So we're going to wait a couple minutes for a few more people to come on. It's going to be a short 2-minute process of just what some might call it a mindfulness process. They're saying that this would be the most acceptable term to many of you, a mindfulness process, but you are not using your mind. You don't need a mind from the perspective of your being, for your being is connected to all knowledge and all information. And from the perspective of your being, there's no question, no solution, no problem that you cannot resolve or understand or comprehend throughout all time space. Being able to make that distinction will greatly improve the conditions of your life. When you recognize the spontaneity of your being, will organize the matter of your body and the thoughts and energy of your mind when you are being what you are consciously. Cool. You want to do this now? Okay, they want to do it now. They don't want to wait. So it's really simple. So what they said is it's just 2 minutes. And in this 2 minutes, what we're going to do is you're just going to take a deep breath, one deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to relax, and then you're going to become aware of all of the senses, the sounds, the sights, the smells, the touch, the taste that you can be aware of with your body, the things your body aware of, and then pull your attention anytime. So if you hear a fire engine outside, or you hear the air conditioner unit running, or you hear a cat meowing or a dog barking, pull your attention back to this point. They're motioning to this place up here above the head. Pull your attention to this point right above your head. And anytime something distracts you, bring your attention back to that space above your head. And then the same thing will happen as you do that to the body will start to become quiet. And then the second step they gave us was very simple as well. Move your awareness when any thought comes. So your mind starts to think about the noise, or it starts to, what do I have to do next? Your mind starts to think. That's a distraction. You want to pull your attention back to the space above your head and just be the space above your head. Just be the energy up there, observing and aware that there's a sound, observing and aware that there might be a thought. But every time you try to find your awareness going to the thought or going to the sound, pull yourself back and just be aware of those things. That they're saying this is what is like pulling the drop of water out of the ocean. So you're not lost in the ocean of matter and thought. You start to extricate your awareness from the subjectivity that many of you have to your bodies and many of you have to your memories. This position is very simple. So we're going to do that right now. So for those of you that join us in the middle of this, you can watch the replay and do this activity. They're saying the more you do this, the easier it gets. And what's really fascinating, we did it for 2 minutes, and it didn't even feel like 2 minutes. It felt like maybe 10 seconds. We literally did the process the way they outlined it for us, and literally the time went by. We ended up doing another one after that for another 17 minutes, and we do that now. We'll be doing that now every day, this simple process of being undistracted. So just take a slow, deep breath, close your eyes, and as you exhale, just let your body relax. And then move your awareness to the space about 8 inches above your head and just be aware of that space. And just be the space. And from there, just observe now for the next 2 minutes. If any thoughts or sensations come to you, pull your awareness away from them back to that spot. Just pull your awareness away from any sounds, smells, sensations, or thoughts. Anytime they come up, pull your attention back to the space above the head. And for the next 2 minutes, just do that. And every time you pull your awareness back to that space above the head, just allow yourself to experience the sensation of your awareness above the space. Just experience the sensation of your awareness in the space above. Now, they said you can do this 2 minutes 3 times a day, but it's important to deliberately start to extricate yourself from your subjectivity to the body, your subjectivity to your thoughts. And they call this process becoming undistracted. And once you're becoming undistracted, you'll be being undistracted. In a state of being undistracted, the energy that you are as a soul, the energy, the creative nature of what you are as an energy will begin to reorganize matter. Just the ability to move into the vibration of being what you are as an energy, not lost in the body, not lost in the thoughts, not lost in the memories, not lost in the possible future. All that thinking stuff, all that memory stuff, all that sensations of the body, you leave them behind and you just become aware of being aware in the space above your body. And just staying that energy, they're saying that repeatedly done begins to reopen you back to what you are as an unlimited creative being. And the effects of opening up to that which you are spontaneously begins to order matter and time to serve you rather than to imprison you. And I find this is really fascinating. Like even right now, I can feel a level of clarity, a level of calm, a level of groundedness that just keeps expanding as an energy. And they're saying once you start to experience yourself as separate from the body, not disconnected from it, separate from it, not disconnected from mind, but separate from it, aware that you are the awareness, being awareness. And the nature of your awareness, they say the nature of the awareness of every soul that is able to achieve this, the nature of every soul that is able to achieve this on this physical plane is a vibration that you would call love. It's a highly organizing energy that causes time and space to organize itself into your existing experiences. And it is only from this perspective of energy above that which you are in the form that you can make changes in time, space, and matter. You cannot make long-lasting changes in your time and in your space when you are in your time and in your space because you're now governed by the laws of them. So in establishing your awareness back in the space as energy, then you as an energy begin to automatically and spontaneously organize time and space to match the vibrational conditions that represent who and what you are as a being. We hope that you understand this, and we'll take questions on this, which should be very fascinating. Yeah. So isn't that cool, though, that as an energy, I mean, think about it's obvious to see I can open and close that hand, right? But it's a different step to realize that maybe I'm not in the body, maybe I'm up here orchestrating matter. And if I become detached from who I think I am, or my established beliefs, in becoming attached to them, I'm no longer bound by the conditions of established beliefs from my past, or the conventional confinements of our acquired DNA conditions, right? What we've acquired through our DNA. They're saying from this position of energy, you are limitless in your creativity. You are limitless in your potential as you begin to align more and more to that vibrational frequency. They're saying that many of you right now are feeling that I'm trying to the vitality, the vibration, that which you are. Some of you are feeling that now. It's important you understand the distinction between what you are and what you are not. But the form is here to serve you. The mind is here to serve you. You did not come here to be enslaved by this. You came here to be liberated by it. And it is through that perspective of what you are being that you will find the freedom of that being in form. Thank you. Wow, this is really, really great. Let's go up to questions here. So good morning, everybody. Yeah, please remember to use the super chat if you want to support this channel. We really appreciate it. Let's go here. Wonderful. So we're going to scroll down here. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Patricia. Question from, let's see if I can get this. I think my mouse just stopped working. I got this too. Okay, I got questions. There we go. Question from Giovanna. Ascended, I know you. Any messages for me? They're smiling. They're saying be soothed. They're using the word be soothed in the being of yourself. Do not use us as a distraction either, but rest yourself in yourself where we are with you. And in that place, the question is answered before it is even asked. In the space of that which you are being, we are all united in that energy. There is no need to search through these senses for that which is evident to who you are as a being. Wow, thank you, Giovanna. That's a great question. Good morning, Drusilla. I'm just I'm having to learn how to use my touch screen. I got this beautiful touch screen. I'm going to scroll down here. Got a question from Christine Catherine. When we all, Gaia, universe, ascend, what next? Just wondering. The ascension is to do with not the matter of things. The matter of things is the matter of things, but these are not who you are. The essential nature of what you are being is something that transcends matter when you recognize that you no longer require it as an essential nature for who you are or what you can experience. When you can step outside of being subjective to matter, then your needs change significantly. What you think you need or do not need changes significantly when you realize you are not bound by matter alone. You're not bound by thought alone. You are a being, and there are many realms which you can explore once you are aware that they exist. But many of you are stuck in believing that this physical realm and the thoughts in your mind are the only thing that constitute a reality. And because of that, you repeat the cycle of coming back because the belief of that belief makes it so. But once you start to become aware that you are the being of energy that is not bound by matter or thought, the liberation, the ascension begins to become complete in that awareness. Your entire species is in that process where you see great suffering on your physical dimension, and it is not natural to who you are as a being. And so the natural tendency when you are in suffering is to move away from it. And we are hoping that you move away from it from a much higher perspective, moving in energy rather than trying to eliminate the sensations of those things which would give you the illusion of suffering. So that's really cool. So being able to move our awareness out of the subjectivity of matter is really cool. It allows us then it actually allows us to do something beyond what we can conceive of with our 5 physical senses. This is so important. Thank you so much, Christine. Really appreciate that question. We got a question from Sanukta. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Is there any guidance for me for my life purpose, please? Thank you. Yes, they're smiling and they're saying it's important you understand, again, you are seeking that which you already possess within the nature of what you are. If you can step back from your seeking, step back from trying to find that in this world, you will only find what is in this world is in this world, but you are far greater than anything on this planet. Move yourself into that position of that which you are being, and from there as an energy, as a vibration, you will begin to allow your energy to organize matter. Then you will not be seeking the purpose of your being, but you will being the purpose of your being by the very fact of being what you are as an energy. Yourself as a being will spontaneously know what to think and to say and to do from this perspective. But many of you are entrapped in this matter, distracted by the senses, distracted by the thoughts, distracted by the memories, distracted by your needs, rather than recognizing that from this perspective, you have, they're saying the word needs isn't the right word. You have an awareness that transcends your perception of what you call needs in this physical dimension. They're saying they have difficulty with some of you trying to communicate the concept to you because you have to experience the truth of what you are to know the meaning of the words they're saying. So really, like, while we're doing this, if you can, just keep your awareness in the awareness of the energy of yourself up here. Like, just be the space above your head. If you find thoughts or anything in the world or memories trying to distract you or trying to figure things out, just be the awareness. Pull your attention away from those things that are distracting you. Continue to do that while we go forward with this live, and yeah, and we'll just keep going forward here. Let's see. Go to the next. Sorry, I've got this mouse thing going on here. Let's see. Do I have a spare battery? Nope, I don't. So I'll have to figure the touch screen out. Okay, here we go. Just scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Don't mind, guys. It's a little bit slower because I have to do something a little different. Let's see here. Just give me a moment. Hello, Anka. Hello, Drusilla. I'm just trying to... Oh, you're welcome. I'm just scrolling up. It's very different when my mouse is not working. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, I've got that. I just want to put up. Hi, Drusilla. Thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. And your question, any message for me? That's all. You're awesome, Drusilla. Thank you. Any message for me? I get this incredible tinkling sensation of saying you are now beginning to recognize the distinction between yourself and the matter in which you find yourself. Please continue to be in that state of awareness. Allow the limitlessness of the freedom that is you. Can I put that in another word? Allow the expansiveness of you to be the governor of your world. Be that light, be the energy, be that place above, in that space above your head, like literally be in that energy. And do not be distracted by the conditions of the body or mind. And allow the being of yourself to organize matter. This is really exciting for me because I know the truth of what the experience is, and hopefully that each of you will get the chance to move into the energy of your being instead of being attached or subjugated to the senses, to the thoughts. You move into this place of awareness, of being, and in there, all that you require is in the being of what you are as an energy, not as a body. Great question, Drusilla. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, hi, Anka. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys are awesome. Uh, question from Lysandra. Uh, a mother's friend, I presume it's a mother's friend died from COVID. Any message from her? It's funny you ask, because the first words that come through are, what a relief. She's saying, what a relief. It is so much lighter and easier as I am. What a relief. Just, I guess this, if I were to translate the sensation I'm receiving from her, it is kind of like, if I could see an angel floating around the room, it'd be kind of like that. That's the way I represent that energy that I'm feeling from her as an image. And that's really a fascinating thing when you begin to understand how to sense these beings, connect to them, and then articulate the information it gives you in a way that matches as closely as possible to what they're saying. So please, she's saying to tell her not to worry. I am close to her heart. I am close to her heart. She can feel me. She can feel me here. She's saying to not be sad, to be delighted in this, for I am. It is not that I am not, I am. Yeah, the sensation of a soul that realizes it's not the body, that realizes it's not the mind. There's an ecstasy to that. Like, there's an incredible ecstasy to that, of realizing that you are an energy that is manifesting your presence here, and that the greater your awareness of what you are is, the more you'll manifest your presence here in time space, and you get to see them wonder. But the other side is true, that once you realize that you don't have to be bound by this time and space, you're free. But yeah, wow. Something about, she wants to give her a pat on the back too. She says, tell her I want to pat her on the back. That's really cool. Thank you so much, Lysandra. That's beautiful. Hi, Kimberly. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I had a strange feeling in my torso, arms, head. I thought was heart attack. DRS said, no. Do my guides or Talia have any clarification for me? They're saying, do not be distracted by what you are bringing forth. Your body is adjusting to your increased awareness of that which you are. Please continue to expand your awareness into the vitality of your being. Do not get entrapped in the symptoms of form, but be glad of the being that you are. Allow the joy of your awareness to organize your physical form for you. This is what is happening. There are many of you in this physical dimension that are misinterpreting many of the sentient symptoms, the expansion of your consciousness, and the way your body responds to it. If you were to respond to these sensations with a sense of joy and gratitude, you would find a new sensation and awareness unfolding in the conditions of matter for you and around you. Cool. Great question, Kimberly. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys are amazing. Great questions today. Bethany, any message for Bethany today? Wow. First things they're saying, you have to turn it down. They're saying turn it down. I don't know what they mean by that, but they're saying you have to turn it down. What do you mean by that? They're saying that you need to step away from this. You need to step away from what your ears are telling you, your eyes are telling you. You need to step away from that. You're too small in that. Step away from all of that. Cool. Thank you, Bethany. It's wonderful. Wow, I get to use my touch screen for the first time. Let's see here. Andy's asking a question. I'm just learning how to do this with the touchscreen. Thank you. Question from Andy. Can you ask my higher self if I'm supposed to move? I feel it's time to leave this situation. Questioning where it is that I'm being called, though. This is a great question that is really important. And I want to say you guys are asking amazing questions because this is so relevant to what they're saying. The importance, what they want to say to you directly, Andy, is that she knows. They're saying she knows all that she needs to know in her soul. The disconnect from what you already know you possess as the movement forward in your life is not going to be found in the seeking of it, in what you remember or trying to figure it out. As a feeling, they're saying as a feeling, and they're motioning from here, again, from here down, as a feeling. Oh, not there, up? Okay, so they're saying no, from here up. They're saying move your awareness, Andy. Bring your awareness from your heart up. Bring your awareness up out of your body, up out of your head, out of thinking, into the space up here. They're saying this is where you call your higher self is. Move yourself into yourself. Move yourself away from the separateness. Move yourself up from the heart, up. Do not let the thinking, do not let the memory, do not let the sensations distract you from this perspective of awareness of what you are being. In this place, the answer resides. It would be more beneficial for you in the long run to experience this now. So yeah, please do that right now, Andy. Move your awareness up from the heart chakra up. And if anything that you hear or smell tries to get your attention, just keep your awareness there. And then they're saying you can ask those questions up here. Ask the question up here. And they're saying feel the response of your energy. It will move you. You'll feel a movement. They're saying you'll feel a movement from that place. That's really fascinating. Thank you so much, Andy. Wow, that's great. You guys rock. Let's see. For those of you that are on Facebook, consider going over to my YouTube channel and subscribing to my channel. So there we are. I'm just trying to find this other question that I saw. Where are you? There you are. Question. There we are. Oh, there we are. There we go. Question from Hyatt. Thank you so much, Hyatt. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I got to tell you, the amount of joy that I get in being what I am being and allowing what I can allow, this is available to everyone. Knowledge, information, the guides, the ascended masters, they're available to all of us when we learn how to adjust our perceptual awareness. Most of us are so confined to the senses of what we smell, what we taste, what we hear, or what we're thinking in our mind, or what we remember. We're so attached to that, we literally contract ourselves from this space of limitless receptivity, connectivity to these divine beings, to these angels, these ascended masters, the planetary consciousnesses, the galactic consciousnesses, that we're stuck here. So we don't hear them from this perspective of mind body because they're not in the finite perspective of mind body. So it's important to learn how to shift your awareness to the conditions of what you are as an awareness, as a being. And then, so thank you so much. Yeah, it's really important that we learn to do this. In our courses and classes, we teach people how to become resensitized to the awareness of your awareness, to become attuned to the frequencies of energy that are outside the realm of your physical senses of sight, sound, touch, taste, and hearing. So moving into the non-physical senses of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. Every single one of us has those capabilities hardwired into our being. It's what you are. You have senses as a being, just as your body has physical senses. As a being, you have senses, but they're not physical. They're non-physical. You see without eyes. You hear without ears. You know without thought. You know, these clairs are so important to develop. And if you're interested in learning how to do that, please go over to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and register for our courses and classes, which are starting this September 5th. And it'll blow your mind. It's just mind-blowing what will happen in those courses. And we got some great student teachers that are going to be, and some awesome mediums are going to be working with us. So thank you. Really appreciate that. There's a slight lag here. Oh, there we go. Question from Marigold. What guidance is there for me in not being distracted by what is going on with the virus and the mask wearing? That Marigold, I'm really glad you asked that question. What's really important is when you observe those things, remember, those things are designed, the things that are happening on the planet today, there's two movements. There's the ascension movement, where people are becoming liberated from matter, and we're moving to this unlimited creative potential that is naturally who we are. And then there's this other side of beings that want to stay connected to matter. They want to be entrapped in it. They enjoy that. And so there's these two opposing energies, one trying to stay stuck as matter, and the other trying to be liberated from it. And in the process, it's not about the masks out there or the virus out there or that thing. It's not about that. It's about recognizing that you, as an awareness, when you perceive that mask on that person, to become aware of the sensation and how that pulls you down into this realm. Bring yourself back up. You're going to start to, once you do that, so when you're distracted by the mask or the news, the virus, when you're distracted by them, there's a difference between being distracted and being proactive, and we'll get into that in a second. But one of the things they're very clear about is all you have to do is step out of the sensation of the energy being pulled to that mask or that story, and just move back into the awareness of what you are as a being. Come back into the energy. It will actually increase your awareness of those things, but you won't be entrapped in the energy of matter that stuff has most people getting trapped in. Most people are stuck more in matter. And the ascension is about being liberated from our subjectivity to matter and thought, and becoming the creators and organizers of energy and matter from the perspective of what we are being. So yeah, use this as an opportunity. When you see those people wearing the mask and you get that feeling up in your heart, like I used to get, you want to use that as, whoa, that's me getting stuck in matter. And pull my energy back up and allow that person's free to be in that state if they want. I'm going to choose to be unattached, that energy of that fear, because that's the predominant vibration that people, the beings that are trying to keep people trapped in matter, that are trying to inhibit the ascension process, the primary emotional energy they use to keep you stuck in your body is fear, and all of the children of fear: anger, guilt, shame, self-doubt, fearfulness, gossip. Those are all things that keep you entrapped in matter. When you recognize those things going on around you, step back from them. Become aware of yourself as a being of energy. That does not mean, as a being of energy, that you won't take action in this world to facilitate the disassembly of those things that would keep people entrapped. Because I am about liberating people. This is my purpose here, to liberate people from the confines of being exclusively attached to matter as the sole source of your joy and your nature, true nature of your being. The true nature of your being is not the physical body. The true nature of your being is that you are this incredible, incredible energy of consciousness that is limitless and unbounded, and has the capacity to create incredible experiences in time-space as well. So again, we're on a learning curve, all of us. So thank you. That's a great question, Marigold. Let's see here. This looks like a really nice question here. Question from Janine. I have not been sleeping well for quite a while. Is this ascension or something else? How can I talk to be in it better? This is a great question, Janine. And remember, it's not you that hasn't been sleeping well. It's you being entrapped in your body, and it's very uncomfortable. Remember, as we ascend, as we become deconstructed from being exclusively identified as being a physical body, a finite body, there is discomfort in being entrapped in your body. They're telling me right now what I need to tell you. They're saying, tell her this. Or when she goes to lay that body down, tell her to keep her attention above the body. Keep her attention above the body. And from this perspective, she must communicate and direct the body to breathe and to relax. She must look down on it, communicate to it to breathe and relax, And she will find that once she's able to articulate the conditions in the body that she wants to see expressed as the body, she will liberate herself from it. But right now, this one is keeping herself stuck in the belief that she is the body. Okay. Years ago, I used to have difficulty sleeping, and I wiped it out simply by going through a simple breathing process. I'd literally lie in bed because I'd be up for hours thinking about what was going to happen tomorrow, how terrible I was today. I had all kinds of nonsense going on. And literally, I started training my body to breathe slowly and deeply. And I would just do that, nothing else. I just focus on my breath. I can't remember. I think I got that out of a book called Gestalt Therapy by Frederick Perls, Hefferlein, and Goodman. It's a book on 17 experiments for self-actualization that I read when I was like 23. But that breathing process, when I realized I didn't know at the time that I was moving out of my body to direct it. Because once you start to assume authority over your body, like once you start to actually go like this, you're now asserting your divine authority over the body. And you can do the exact same thing with your mind, Janine. You can assert the exact same authority of your mind. Just ask the mind to be quiet. And repeatedly ask the mind to be quiet, and repeatedly ask the mind to be quiet like that. And you're asserting your divine authority over it. Remember, your body in and of itself can't breathe the way you intentionally make it breathe because it has its own automatic systems. Very fascinating. Thank you for that question, Janine. Yeah, let us know how that goes. Let's see. Well, hi, Ronnie. How are you doing? Let's see what we got here. This is amazing. If you understand, they want me to communicate this to everybody. When you're asking questions because you desire answers, you only desire the answers to questions because you're locked into a body and you're locked into a mind that has constricted, fixed beliefs about who you are. Your body and your mind are not who you are. Your body and mind are not who you are. They are an instrument that you are here to manifest the conditions of your being as a creative process through. So we find ourselves seeking out there because we're limited to the body. We know the answers exist. Every person that asks a question is asking the question because they know the answer exists. We all know the answers to any questions exist, but they don't all exist from the perspective of body-mind. You have to step outside of it. And one of the ways you step outside of it is you ask us questions, and we give you answers because we are not entrapped in the form as you are. But we can also encourage you to do the same. If you move your awareness into that space of being, there are answers there awaiting you. There are answers awaiting you very quickly from that perspective. I'm just going to scroll down here. Okay, here we go. There we go. Patricia's asking, is the statement, I dwell in the realm of the answers, helpful in the process of getting results that our inner being intends for us? Absolutely. Patricia, they are honored that you are with them. In this, you are with us, for we know this truth is true. And in the vibration of that statement, do you find the energy of your liberation? Not in the wording of the question, but in the feeling that you generate, restore yourself to in the asking of this question. In the making of that statement, you realign to that which you are. And my mind is telling me as an energy. Literally, that's great. I dwell in the realm of the answers. So when you're up here, all the answers are up here. All the answers aren't in. All you've got in your physical brain is the memory from your past, the DNA from your past, the memory stored. That's all that's in the system is what is stored in as a memory. It's when you can step outside of the system that all of the answers are available to us all the time, right? So, but we've been conditioned to think that what we need is in this world exclusively. No, the kingdom of God, the unlimited knowledge, the emerald tablets, all that information, all that knowledge is within you as an awareness, as a being that is united with all other things in consciousness. not exclusively limited to the finite locus of the physical body, right? Thank you, guys. Let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, SJK. We got a question from Anka. Is there any message for me? Thank you. This is the third time to write this question here. I am starting to think there is no message. Well, it's funny it's funny that you're saying that, because in the story of the resurrection of Master Jesus, it talks about he rose on the third day. On the third day he rose, right? It's very interesting, the number 3 of the resurrection process. So that you ask this question the third time, and that it is now being answered the third time. Please understand that the resurrection of you as a sentient being, of your new life, of your new being, is now emerging in this world. Can you be more specific? It sounds really cryptic to me. They're laughing, sorry. It says they're saying it makes perfect sense to them, but for her specifically, she knows us. They're saying that you know them. They're saying she knows us. She knows it if she goes behind herself. What do you mean go behind herself? She has to, yes, she has to get ahead of her thoughts. What do you mean? In the place before your thinking happens, in the place before your thoughts, you are free. You are free in the place before your thoughts. Is that the same as going up here, though? Yes, it can be. But she knows what we mean in the place before her thoughts, because she knows. They're saying, Anka, that you know how to be before your thoughts. I'm getting it as a sensation. It's like when you think a thought and you're aware of the thought, there's a difference between the thought and your awareness of it. Is that what you mean? Yes, they're saying that place of being aware and then remove the thought in that place of being aware, then you understand what you need to be and do. For that is where your real thought will come from, who you are being. Real thought is what comes from what you are, not what you remember. Wow, real thought comes from what you are, not from what you remember. That's really fascinating. Thank you so much. I love that. I'm just wonderful. Thank you so much. Got a question from Autumn. Who keeps making me see 144 and 441? That's a great question, Autumn. And Archangel Gabriel says, it is I that am trying to get you to hear me. You are so excited by the recognition that I am communicating with you, but you are unable to hear me. Please understand that if you get caught repeatedly in the knocking on the door, then you will not open to listen to who's on the other side. When you experience these numbers again, please remember that I am with you. As a vibration, it is the vibration that precedes the seeing of the numbers that I'm trying to get you to reconnect with me on. On that level, you will know what it is I am seeking to communicate to you. Wow. Yeah, so that's amazing. So when you get that event, that 144, it's them trying to communicate to you. They'll do it through numbers, through symbols, and they keep telling me you got to remind people not to get trapped in the phenomena, and to recognize that we're trying to communicate an awareness to them, not just the physical thing, the numbers, the triangles, the leaves, the feathers, the cars, the money that suddenly. He said those are just the harbingers of our presence. We want you to connect to us consciously as the vibrational awareness of our being and the vibrational awareness of your being, right? So when you have those things happen again, when they get those numbers come up, go into the vibration you're feeling about the numbers, but don't use the numbers as the place for trying to access the information. It's the vibration that's related to those numbers that you want to tap to. That's where Gabriel is trying to connect you on that vibrational energy. They connect to us on a vibrational energy. They'll use things like moments of serendipitous events. They will use those to try and get our attention. But once they've got our attention, it's then up for you to pay attention to what the vibration is they're trying to communicate to you, not the symptoms of the message, not the envelope it comes in, but what's inside the envelope, which is the feeling, right? And again, you'll learn how to do that in our courses and classes, how to tap into and sense and know the vibrational meaning of the symbols that they're constantly trying to get through to us on all the time. And they're saying they're also saying once you move to this place of being what you are, that connection is there all the time. It is always there. It is not always there when you are separate in this body. Thank you so much. That's a great question, Autumn. I really appreciate that. Question from Danielle. Who are my spirit team? This is really interesting. I get your spirit team seem to be really strong on the animal kingdom. Again, I get like a hawk or an eagle or both actually flying, and like wolves and deer. They're literally like moving like this, very clearly, and they're going a very specific path. There's no uncertainty in the movement of these beings. Remember, even the animal symbols that we get represent a quality of energy that we are needing to align to. But I'm clearly getting for you, Danielle, like an eagle, a hawk, a deer, a wolf, literally moving with each other in harmony. They're not after it. They're actually moving in a very precise direction energetically. So there's obviously something you're moving towards or intending to move towards that you're very clear and decisive about, or you will become very clear and decisive about it. That's the vibration I get from that. Thank you so much, Danielle. I don't have to get to connect to the spirit animals like that. Let's see. I think we're really, I don't even know where we are in terms of time and space. Oh, there we are. Wow, guys, this has been an amazing day. So the concept of not being distracted, right? Of being undistracted. I want to put that back up on the screen. Being undistracted. These beings, the ascended, we are all ascended beings in the perspective of what we are as an awareness. You will not find anything more than symptoms or effects of what you are in this physical dimension. That is why it's so important to get in your meditations, even if you can only do it 2 minutes, 3 times a day, where you just sit and you pull your awareness away from the body. You pull your awareness away from the sounds, the sights, the smells, the touches, the tastes, and pull your awareness away from the thoughts and move back into the energy. Again, they keep motioning above here, moving back into the being up here, like being up there, being up here in this space up here. And just allowing, anytime something tries to pull you back into that, come back here, come back here. They're saying as you continue to do that, you pull your awareness out of you're out of being stuck in matter. You're literally pulling it's like pulling your boots out of thick mud when you keep pulling your awareness away from distraction. As you keep pulling your awareness away from being distracted back to this place, you consolidate your being back into the position of consciousness that it naturally resides relative to this physical dimension. Wow. So that's the place where we reside naturally relative to this physical dimension. It's no wonder you see so many of the mystic artworks and things where you see that light above the head, or the halo, right? The halo above the head, because that's our natural state of being as an awareness, as a consciousness relative to the physical dimension. Wow, I hope you guys have really enjoyed this day as much as I have. Let's see, Miriam's asking, are questions allowed on the comment section? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Miriam. I'm getting remember, I'm streaming both on Facebook and YouTube right now, so questions are coming from both of those interfaces. The difference is if you're on Facebook, I don't get to see who your name is. I just get to see you as a YouTube user. Hello, everybody. Hi, Ronnie. So if you want to, please go over to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my channel. Remember to like this video and give it a thumbs up. Once you subscribe to my channels, remember to click the notification bell. That way you'll always get a notification when we go live, because we go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and we also go live on Saturdays at 11:30. Our program then on Saturday is called Supernatural Saturday, where we take all of the energy cultivated and developed through the interactions that we've done at these 3 days, and we do a meditation to integrate that, and of course we do Q&A there as well. But this is really amazing. I want to say thank you, everybody, for showing up. There's just so much happening on this planet today that we are all co-creating with. Becoming undistracted, that did not come, could not have come at a better time for us to realize that this world is trying to keep us in it. There are beings on this planet that want to stay safe in being matter, and they're trying to keep as many beings in that level because they can control things when you're in matter. But you are free when you are ascended. You are a sentient creator from the perspective of being. And this is the time. Ascension is about realizing who you are as a being, as a limitless, infinite creative potential of consciousness that's able to manifest both as the formless, the infinite, and the finite, and to be trapped in neither and liberated in all, which is really cool, right? Let's see. So I'm not sure what you mean about that. Oh, you're welcome, Lysandra. I'm just going to see if I've... Oh, there's a YouTube user that's asking a question. I'm going to ask it because it's so important. YouTube user is asking, is my exhaustion upon waking due to the work I'm experiencing in my sleep travels? Blessings and love. No, they're saying the exhaustion you feel in your body is a result of the body not being properly conditioned to receive these higher frequencies you keep trying to bring into it. We would stress to you that the essential need for many of you to increase the quality of your bodies through the consumption of the matter that would make it most conducive to receiving these higher vibrational energies of what you are. Can I rephrase that? Okay. Start eating more live food. Start making certain your vibrational food, the things you're putting into your body, raise its frequency. The more vibrant and vital you can create the energy in your body, the more vibrant you can make it, the more empowered and vital through living food, for good clean water, through proper exercise. If you're firing on all those cylinders, your body's energy will align more effectively to yours. In other words, your body will become more receptive to receiving and holding and maintaining higher frequencies of your being, and able to transmit those energies into the world as manifestations, right? Because your energy as a being is meant to come freely through as an expression into time-space. But much of your awareness has been entrapped thinking it's just a physical body. It's just a physical thought. It's just the memories. And that entraps this expandedness of yourself into a really small speck, right? So literally you come back feeling like, I'm all scrunched up. I feel so dense. And it's because you're bringing a higher vibrational energy, trying to bring them in. So raise the frequency of your body, YouTube user. Raise the frequency of your body. Good living, vital food, proper exercise. Go out and ground in nature. Grounding is so important. You learn all this stuff. Come take our courses. You'll learn about all this stuff, how to do it, how to maximize the consciousness in your body from the perspective of what you are being as a soul. Thank you so much. Great question. Oh, you're welcome, Autumn. Well, there's another question here. I love questions. You guys rock. It's been so amazing. Another YouTube user is asking, is there a message for me from my guides? They're saying this is for you, but many others. You are at the most exquisite opportunity in your experience of being in this world. It will be more so as you allow yourself to become mindful of what you are. Become mindful of what you are. For you specifically, you need to go and take that body into a forest. You need to take that body deep into a forest. Yes. And let it renew you. Let it renew you. And the fairies will come to you there as well. Again, fairies are something that you'll experience as you experience them. For me, they're very, very different than what others have. But get into a forest. Like the energy I'm getting through them about this is really important. Go deep into a forest. Allow it to renew you. Again, what that will mean and how you will experience that will be unique to what you are. But all of us are at this point in consciousness where we have to recognize we are not this flesh. We are using the flesh, and you want to be liberated from it. And you also want to liberate it. Because when you are able to liberate your body by keeping it healthy, keeping it vital, keeping it charged up, when you're able to maintain that consciousness in your body consistently and repeatedly, then what you are as a greater consciousness has more room to express and manifest a higher design through the body that you're in. Because who you think you are is limited to who you think you are. But you as a soul, you as an energy are far greater and far more wondrous and delightful to behold as an expression, even in this world. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to scroll down. I think we're good to go here. Wonderful. As again, I want to thank all of my supporters, all my Patreon supporters today. It's we are living in amazing times, and your support really allows me to let go and move with this freely. This information is for everyone, and the time is now. Remember, you are not a body. You are not the thoughts. You are an awareness, a cosmic consciousness, if you like, that just needs to remember that and then to bring that through. Being undistracted was the theme for today. Do not let your thoughts, do not let your senses keep you entrapped in matter. Liberate your senses by being fully, completely what you are. Do the meditation that they did 2 minutes earlier, 2 minutes into this. They did a little meditation. Go back and watch the replay. That little meditation of allowing yourself the simple ability of pulling your attention away from those things, from feeling your energy getting out there, pull it in and remain in that space of awareness above. That 3 times a day for 2 minutes, they said, will begin to break down your attachment to matter, and it will liberate your awareness to bringing in new information into the body and the mind. So again, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. Yes. Oh, you're welcome, Angela. Thank you so much. So thank you. If you want to support my work, please, you can become a member of my Patreon page. We have a unique set of gifts that we give patrons. We do a live event on the 7th day of every month at 7 p.m. On the 7th of every month, we do a live Patreons only live stream where we get together, we do Q&A, we talk to our divine beings, we get to connect to our angels. It's a lot of fun. That's one of the perks. Plus, as a Patreon, you get the chance to ask a question once a month of your guides and angels that's unique and personal as you want to make it, and you'll receive that answer. And again, for all of you that supported me through the super chat today, thank you so much. You guys rock. And all of you, the questions, keep bringing it, guys. Because remember, every time you ask a question, you give somebody else an answer too. And you guys are asking questions that give me answers that I don't have. It's amazing. So thank you all so much for showing up. I'm so looking forward to being able to connect with you in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. Bye for now.